Hello.
I like that.
Wow.
Hey, hey, hey!
Holy moly.
Do BitConnect jokes get funnier when you're tired?
Eh.
One more time?
Yeah.
All right, that's enough. No more BitConnect jokes.
All right, I think people in the back, you might want to come sit up here for this one.
Bye.
It's kind of the main event right now.
How we feeling?
How's it going? Are you tired?
Yes.
You're not tired. Come on. Are you tired?
I'm feeling good. All right, we are going to do a little selfie in here.
Come on, people. We want to see you in this picture.
So put your hands in the air.
Put your hands in the air.
Make some noise. Make so you can see yourself and retweet later.
How do we actually get in there?
On three.
Well.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. There we go.
That will be somewhere at some point. Nice. All right, we do want to hear from you. I think we should definitely put our hands together for this crazy event. Please give yourselves a huge hand. I want to hear it. Come on.
Woo!
Nice.
Yeah.
36 hours have gone by. It's wild. Oh, do you have the clicker? Nice. So this was the largest Ethereum hackathon in the world.
All time.
1,000 attendees, 121 submissions. This is like way more than I think they expected. So this is amazing. And there were 30 judges that helped pick the finalists. Do you wanna let us know who those judges are?
Let's read the judges. Our judges were Imran Khan, Dan Elitzer, Chris Lee, Linda Shea, Simon de la Riviere, Joey Krug, Avichal Garg, Robert Habermeyer, Mitch Kozowski, Kartik Talwar, Jeff Coleman, E.G. Galano, Vitalik Buterin, Evan Van Ness, Will Warren, Yin Wu, Ethan Wilding, Mo Dong, Loy Liu, Liam Horn, Lasse Clausen, Kyle Samani, Mert Chalabi, Robbie Bent, Anna Rose, Bjorn Wagner, Connie Yang, Cassandra Shi, Fred Erzum, and Ryan Zurer.
Put your hands together for those judges.
Thank you, judges.
Nice going. So this is the main event now. We get to find out who the finalists are. Are you excited to hear the finalists? Are you excited? Cool, but wait, first I'm going to share the runners up. This was really hard for the judges to make this selection, but I'm going to basically say a big thank you to these runner-ups. Sinful Futures, MetaConnect, LaserBot, Radical Pixels, Wally Wallet, that's a good name, Air Prediction, Saguru, Primitive, Open Coverage, and Read a Lot. Let's give them a round of applause.
Our
okay?
runners up, yeah.
All right, are you ready? Because you're going to now list the finalists. Nice.
And our finalists, let's have you come and line up.
Yeah, get ready because you're going to
here.
actually get a chance to present on stage.
So when you hear your team name, come over and line up to get ready to give your demo. You will have 5 minutes. We are going to be very strict about 5 minutes. I have a little like vaudeville crook. I'm going to pull you off stage for the good of all of us, to be respectful of all of our time. So our finalists, Augur Pro, Satoshi,
yeah,
Safu browser extension, Atomic Xshard, Harburger Ads, Gifty, Sendput, Kora, Splitter Converter, and Cryptopay.
Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations to our finalists.
If you can make your way up here, that's going to be awesome because we're going to have you present one after another. So I guess first to the stage, maybe first on that list, if you have it.
First on the list was Augur Pro.
Augur Pro.
You ready?
Come on up.
You have 5 minutes.
Seems important.
Yeah.
Did you get a mic?
This is a mic here.
Okay, 1 second.
You can borrow my mic if you want.
I think he's getting.
We work in tech.
Go for it. He's like,
I think he said. Something? Okay, so I guess it's gonna take a little bit of time to do this. Have you guys checked out the planes? I think we can hear them like right now. Evan, do you wanna come hang out with me? He's like, no. I mean, I guess this always happens, right? It's all just building anticipation.
Which BitConnect line do you want me to
Yeah, which...
Yell it out, shout it out.
Oh God,
No,
yeah,
I'm
do
not
that.
doing that.
Do it.
I'm definitely not doing that one.
No, no, no. That's all I got.
My wife doesn't even believe in me. I don't know. I don't think you're feeling that one. I always like the we are coming and we are coming in waves. That's a favorite.
Yeah. This is the first time we've had to try to do stand-up comedy. I think it's the first time I've ever had to.
It was your idea.
Oh, God. Beginning and the end of our comedy careers. Yeah?
Ooh.
What do you guys want us to talk about? Anything? Some material. Safe space. Rima! Hey!
well, I mean, it doesn't have to be. You can just quick time on a different computer if you have a different computer.
This is a safe space.
It's just not registering the adapter, so we can copy my suggestion to restart it.
Why don't we call another team up? Why don't we call another team up and you can come back?
Yeah,
List all the sponsors.
Okay. Wanna go
We
there?
have to.
yeah, we'll do that. We'll get
I have
we'll get
my
another
phone.
team.
So why don't you take him with
Oh,
you?
wait, Evan.
Get that on a new laptop.
Yeah, you just follow them.
The
thing is
Is the second team going to work? Is the second team going to work on this? Or is
Or should we just...
Test it
Are
prior
we now?
to the event, that was fine. We'll just get laptop to the back, see what's going on.
But if we switch to a new team and a new laptop, will that
You want
work?
to try a different HDMI adapter?
So a new laptop will work?
It's not a.
Prior to the event.
So no, it's a program
This thing
question.
doesn't do resolution.
If we call the next team, pretty good chance it works, right? Okay, let's call the next team.
Let me have my hands on a different laptop with my laptops. Make sure the feed is good from here to the back of the room.
Before
Yep,
we.
so we're not having.
until he brings his laptop here. Just make sure that works. It's possible. They don't have laptops. I guess we just do apologize for the delay. We're going to switch out a laptop.
So apologies for the delay. We're going to do a little test on this so that the rest of the finalist presentations are very smooth. Please bear with us. Stay here. Hang out. Evan, do you have a list?
Yeah, Satoshi. All right, we're going to call the second team up while we deal with technical issues, because that always happens. Next up is Satoshi.
Hello?
Ready? And they're over.
Need the adapter.
I'd have to go back up.
I think it's going to work.
All right, I'm plugged in. Can you
All right.
confirm feed?
We take a photo.
All right, and just for efficiency's sake, we'll have the on-deck circle will be Safu browser extension. So get ready for your turn.
Where is...
All right. Namil, are you coming? All right. Yeah, so we're Team Satoshi, and we made a decentralized social media manager on Ethereum. And the simple idea is that anyone can connect their Twitter account and can have us tweet for them and basically get paid for us tweeting through their accounts. But the trick is that it's actually not us tweeting on their accounts. It's everyone in here. And so we've set up a DAO that will act as a sort of decentralized social media manager for all these people that has sort of crypto economic primitives similar to a token curated registry, where anyone can propose a tweet for any person who's connected their account. And people in the community can vote to either approve that tweet or reject it. That sort of contention between approvals and rejections creates sort of economic opportunity to pay the influencer. So let's jump through a quick demo. Do you want to go through? Yeah, so ETH San Francisco's account is actually connected. And yeah, so you can tweet anything you want. And then if you get a quorum, which is 1% of all of the token holders, the tweet will go out after 10 minutes. So let's see how that works with very bad internet right now. Cool. So yeah, this is on mainnet as well. And if you want to join in, it's satoshi.com. And you can use your own tweet tokens at satoshi.com/airdrop.
Anybody with a ETHSF GitHub?
Yeah, anyone with an ETHSF GitHub can participate. So let's see. Yeah, so this proposal is being created right now. It'll probably take a little while, but let's see. Yeah, let's look at some other ones. Let's see what other ones are like open right now. All right, there's one for Satoshi bot. What are the open tweets? Are the chairs greasy? Weird. Anyway, so basically the idea is to have anyone propose any tweet. You can do it right now and sort of vote on what is going to get tweeted out. And so, yeah, I would suggest going to satoshi.com and trying to tweet for the ETH San Francisco Twitter handle, because it's available right now. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. So we're back on track. It seems that's awesome. Maybe we can give a little big round of applause for these guys. Come on. Good. Okay, next up is Safu browser extension. Come on up. Sorry, can you just turn that? Just Atomic Xshard, please get ready to come on next.
Hello, everyone. We're presenting Safu, our browser extension to help keep your private keys and addresses safu. Basically, the concept here is that we noticed that a lot of us were keeping private keys and addresses in like a text file locally, and so we figured, we could put it in a Chrome extension instead, and also add some interesting bits around some abusing like a ETH call to get a bunch of balances, both balance and token balances really quickly. So here's the contract. We're going to be giving out kind of an explanation right up in utility library, soon TM. Yeah. So like a typical wallet token scanner today is making a bunch of calls. So like our approach basically just makes a single call to get many addresses, balances, both ETH and token. It's the Safu way. Cool, so we're gonna give a brief demo on the Safu extension. You can get it now at safu.xyz. Sweet. Okay, so it was so fast you couldn't even see the loading. One more time, please. All right, about a second. So that's loading 65, 200? How many tokens is that loading?
180.
180 tokens are loaded across four addresses, including regular ETH balances. And so you're seeing like, the Wi-Fi isn't the best here, so pretty instant response there. We have edit functionality, QR address. It's fairly full-fledged. We're gonna continue improving on it in the next coming days and get like a decent stable release out. And have like some Easter eggs that we'd like to show as well. So audio isn't plugged in, but if it was, you would hear. First row got it. It's if anyone watches the Visnochi YouTube videos, you'll get the reference. About it. Safu Chrome extension. I think we're good.
Awesome. Congratulations. Next up is Atomic Xshard. And in the on deck circle, by that sign right there, let's have Harburger Ads come down. Coming up, guys.
HDMI. Hey everyone. So we implemented some sharding stuff. We did. We worked on the. Oh, sorry, I was getting distracted by the feed. Okay, we're good on the feed. So we worked off of this sharding solution. So we had this sharding proof of concept that we started working on in Berlin, where we had 2 shards. Now we went up to this big tree of shards, like any number of shards, with a great visualization. And now we used to have just messages from 2 shards, if they're beside each other in the tree. But now we can do routing across the shards, and we can move shards in the sharding solution. And we implemented this all in the last couple of days, and even had to do some research on the fly. But I would say, like, let's take a look at the simulation. You guys see that, yeah? So we have some shards here. They're oriented like this thing on the left. So a shard is like connected with an edge underneath if it's following the parent shard, and it follows the parent shard to maintain consistency. These arrows that you see is the messages being routed across the shards. When this countdown goes to 0, there's a good chance, like quite a high chance, that we're going to see the shards move around. There it is. Oh, it happened a little early. The shard 3 went and is no longer a child of shard 1 and is now instead a child of shard 4. And now messages, if they were going to be routed again, will route through shard 4 to get to shard 3, whereas like before they would have routed through just shard 1. So we have like the routing system also being kind of preserved by these operations to move the shards around. And the point of that is basically to do load balancing. Anyone want to say anything else? I can keep going.
So the core idea here is that for as long as so if there's a cross-shard transaction and the message is sent between 2 shards or between any number of shards to the intermediate shards, then it will never be the case that some of the blocks containing the message are approved in some shards, and in other shard, the blocks that receive the message or send the message are not approved. So either at the end, all the blocks are finalized that had the message being routed, or not a single block of them is finalized. And so that enables executing cross-shard transactions that touch any number of shards.
Yeah. The way that I describe that kind of technically is that, like, if the protocol has liveness, then your transaction will either be completely orphaned and not make a single dent on the blockchain state, or the route will be completely complete. And from like origin chain to the end chain. Oh, check it out. The shard is changing directions right now, changing orientation. This last shard on the bottom, it got orphaned by its parent and didn't have its new parent pick it up yet. And so it is momentarily an orphan shard that didn't have a parent at all in terms of its fork choice. And then it found its parent in number 4. And that actually turns out to be just fine for the routing too, because the routing tables keep track of where the messages are going, and the child gets picked up before any messages arrive to it. Because we have this a once in time message delivery model, once in an order, as we would like to have. And the other cool thing is that because it's like a kind of 4-key consensus protocol, we can achieve really theoretically optimal kind of overhead where we have relatively small number of orphans and a relatively large number of finalized blocks. Although like we haven't done any of the displaying of the finality. These visualizations, by the way, show each a sliding window of the tips of the fork choice, and these individual lines here show messages from the same validator. So let's follow this guy. The message being routed here from shard 7 to shard 3. That's a decent number of hops. Oh, we got like messages coming in the same color from both directions. It's kind of confusing. Normally they'd be different colors. Oh, there we go. So we got like the full route complete from messages from shard like 7 to 3. And now we're gonna see in a moment the shards like change orientation again. And we're gonna see hopefully this shard be orphaned for a moment, not have any parents. There we go. And then it's gone. It was only orphaned for a moment that time. Well, I hope you like it, and check it out. It's open source. Find it on GitHub.
Way to go. All right, next up we have Harburger Ads. And can Gifty go prep for coming up after? Welcome, guys.
How's it going? So we were really excited about the concept of Harburger taxes. It's been a hot topic lately because of Glenn Wheel's new book, Radical Markets. He also did a paper with Vitalik and Zoe Hitzig. The concept of Harburger taxes, if you're not familiar with it, I first knew about it because, well, let me tell you about it first. So you would self-valuate property. In doing so, you agree to pay taxes on it. If you were to say your property is very cheap, pay very low taxes. If you were to say your property is very expensive, you'd pay expensive taxes. The kicker is that whatever you say your property is valued at, it becomes for sale at that number. So you have to be willing to sort of give an accurate number of what this property means to you, because somebody can just buy it away from you. So you might want to protect it by making it really expensive, but then you're stuck with really high taxes. You might make it really cheap to have low taxes, but somebody might just take it away from you. I was first familiar with it because I'm from Kentucky. I grew up around horse racing, and the most common horse race is called a claiming race. Claiming race uses basically Harburger taxes. Claims race means that you want to race your horse, you put it into a $1,000 claims race. All the horses that go into this race are for sale for $1,000. If you were to have a really great horse that you know will beat all these bad horses, but everyone else knows as well, because it's probably worth $10,000, you put it in this race, somebody's going to buy it from you for $1,000. You lose out $9,000 worth of horse. And so what feels like this really amazing way to force people into actually giving an accurate price for property has come up again, and we're excited to try something else with it. It's a little scary to apply this concept to houses because people live in them. Maybe we shouldn't be experimenting with something that's so important to the livelihood of people. So we thought we'd try it out in something a little bit easier, which is advertisement spaces. So we made Harburger Ads. It's at hads.xyz. You can see we have a interface where you can sell your ad space. ETH San Francisco has been gracious enough to let us list on theirs. So I'll just list that, take their, oops, ETH San Francisco.com, SF. Hopefully the demo gods work. Put this transaction through. Once we are done, we can look for ads on my sites. ETH San Francisco. We can take this embed link and just pop over to the website. Now we can see there is a Harburger Ads blank ad up there. Now say I come in as another user and I want to buy this ad space. I can just click this link, takes me over to the website. I see currently the price is $1, so I want to purchase it. I say, actually, this thing is way more valuable than that. It's worth $2. I want it to go to, I don't know, my name. no, wait, I know what I do. I take it to Yahoo. Image URL, we're going to go to yahoo.com, and we can confirm our purchase. We pay for our transaction. In doing so, we've given the app permission to remove ERC20s from us. We've allowed the app beforehand. Now when we come back, we see that our Yahoo ad is at the top of the ETH San Francisco page. Feel free to come along, take the ad away from us, and pay more for it, and get taxed on the accurate price. Sorry? Taxes go to the site owner. We use the graph for syncing our data, and I think that's it. Yeah, thanks you all.
All right, fantastic. Next up is Gifty. Come on up, guys. And Sendput, get in the on deck circle, please. Thank you.
HDMI or USB?
Everybody, we're Gifty. My name is Alex. This is Andrew. So we're really good friends. We've known each other since high school. We're really into cryptocurrency and crypto collectibles, but a lot of our friends and family aren't. And we really wanted at this hackathon to create a really good way of introducing people to their first crypto collectible. So one of the issues with actually sending somebody a crypto collectible is that you need to know what their address is. So what we've built is an open protocol called Gifty that allows you to send an NFT over SMS or via a URL. So you can share it inside of a chat room. We're going to show you what it looks like live.
All right, so let's take a quick look. Here I'm in my Coinbase wallet app, and if you notice now, next to my collectibles, there's a send button. If I tap on that send button, I get a share sheet, and I can now text this link over to Alex. All right, we'll switch over to Alex's device. Okay, and in just a matter of moments, with internet permitting, he'll get a text. Yeah, looks like 2 popped up. So if he taps on this link in his text messages, it deep links him back into Wallet, and he's now claimed that collectible. So that's kicked a transaction off on my device. Thank you. So what happened there, Alex tapped on that link and it sent a message to our bridging server, encrypted, to let my device know that this is the address that the collectible is now going to, and we can now sign that transaction and submit it. So when the transaction is confirmed, that collectible will appear in Alex's wallet.
So we designed Gifty to be an open protocol. You can implement this inside of your own wallet application. All you have to do is implement a specific URL scheme. We also have the bridging server. It's fully open source. It's well documented. There's a flow diagram if you do want to implement this flow. So please do go ahead and check out our GitHub, which is available via the dev post link. There's a flow diagram that lets you kind of see what's happening with the bridge server. It's pretty trust minimizing. You don't ever send your address to the bridge server unencrypted. The bridge server does not know what your collectible is, what you're trying to transfer, who you're trying to transfer it to. So you could run this yourself if you wanted to.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Gifty. Next up, we have Sendput. If you guys could come up and set up. And also, yeah, welcome. Also, Kora, if you can get ready for the next one. We're also looking for Cryptopay. So if you are here, please find me or Evan now. Cool? All right, Kora, you guys set up.
Okay,
cool. Can I change the resolution on this, or? I can't. Gonna tweak some resolution because it's currently like Windows 2000. Cool, that's a little small, but it should do. Okay, awesome. So my name is Ellie Day. I'm a software engineer. This is Leanne. She's also a software engineer. We often, accrue expenses related to flying out for a job interview, going to a conference, various things that will eventually be reimbursed from either our employer or a potential employer or a conference organizer. But usually because companies are slow, they have processes, it takes at least 5 to 6 weeks, even if we are right on top of submitting the expense report. So what we decided to make was something called Sendput. And the whole idea is instead of waiting 5 to 6 weeks to get paid for your money that you're owed and that you've already spent, you can actually get a short-term loan via Sendput that uses 2 key blockchain technologies to reduce risk and actually get people to fund these loans. So I'm going to go straight into the demo, if I can find where that window is. Okay, it's very small. Okay, cool. So this is Sendput. The way you get started is you enter in your email. I'll enter Leanne's email. And this is how you'd sign up. It's really easy because we've actually integrated with Bloom's API, which makes it really easy to know our customers and get their verified information when they're going to apply for a loan. So I'll just click Get Paid, and I'll hop over to Leanne's Gmail, which she logged into over here. And I guess they're thanking her for checking out Discord. I'll try to keep some of your email to a minimum, but looks like we have an email that came in and it's asking to confirm your identity with Bloom. So the cool thing is you can actually just scan a QR code, which is provided via Bloom's SDK, it's ShareKit. So once this loads, Leanne will take her Bloom app and scan to confirm her identity. So there's a QR code somewhere in this internet. It's actually going to my computer from somewhere else, so those things often take a while. I can see things moving. I mean, I have the image on my computer, so let me just open it up. Or actually, here we go, QR code. And my app froze, sorry. Cool, so can't really see it, but Leanne's gonna swipe and maybe from the phone that way. It's processing with some nice little animations. It was confirmed. So what just happened is Bloom verified her information with explicit confirmation and sent us a request with her verified information. So now we can jump over to here and we can take a look over here and we get an email saying thanks for confirming your identity. So what happens now is Leanne can actually just forward her expense reports or outstanding expenses to us, and every time she does that, we can essentially process a loan. And every time she does that, we can actually, that goes onto Dharma. So this was a loan I submitted earlier, or she submitted earlier for lunch today because, just cheese and bread isn't really gonna cut it after we've been coding all weekend. So this is for 10 DAI. It's a very small expense, but if I'm a person with lots of Ethereum or crypto, and I just want to get access to a vetted source of loans, I can actually go and fill that order right from the application. And now you can see that I actually have an assortment of loans once this loads. So yeah, that's the general idea. In terms of go-to-market, one way to do it is to partner with companies that know they have a slow process, and just in the same way that airlines sell you travel insurance through a partner, big companies can just be like, hey, We take a while, but if you want cash sooner, just go through Sendput. And yeah, it was really great using the two vendors. Yeah, thanks.
Great. Thank you, Sendput. Up next, Kora. And while they're getting up, Splitter Converter, would you come up next by the sign? And give it up for Kora.
All right, hey everyone. We'll keep this short and sweet. We know how tired everyone is. So we were focused on tackling the problem of a lack of structure when it comes to communication between different stakeholders in different crypto communities. So we've heard a lot of theoretical thought leadership and thinking around the topic of governance, but very little done in practice. So we wanted to build a tool to help remedy that. We want to make sure that we're engaging all relevant stakeholders in conversations between different crypto communities. And we think that the current existing structures like Telegram, like Twitter, like Slack, et cetera, are not structured in a very engaging way for different stakeholders, right? So what we came up with was a tool called Kora, which is a governance tool that allows you to structure guidelines around discourse and allows for identification, stakeholder discussion, participation, and engagement around a distributed decision-making process. So what we really want to do is provide a framework for different stakeholders to engage with each other, right? As simple as that. And it's really all about engaging the relevant stakeholders in that discussion. So we're going to show you guys a quick demo of what we built. And we're also using Identity with Bloom. So we'll dive right in.
So my friend Kevin spoke about engaging the right stakeholders, right? How we are implementing is we are assigning every stakeholder a governance token, which is like specific to that proposal. And that gives them rights to participate in that discussion. So let's say if I have 200 tokens, I can use them by commenting, by liking proposals, whatever I want to do with them. But once I'm out of my tokens, I cannot participate anymore. So it's a way to avoid spam and limit the involvement of every stakeholder. So I'm just going to create a new proposal. And yeah. So I'm going to create a new proposal, which I would like the community to deliberate on. We chose the example of the Ethereum community fund, which wants to, let's say, fund 2 projects and would like to know the views of the community. Which one would they like to fund, right? And in what order? Like, as in 50% goes to one project, 40% goes to another, or like whatever balance, right? I create a description for my proposal. And then I say what is like the minimum quorum of the participation tokens that should be spent for me to be able to reach a particular decision, right? Exactly like how a quorum works. Let's say this is 75. Okay. Oh yeah.
Again, in this example, we're really using allocation to 2 different options. In this case, we're using the Ethereum Community Fund as an example of how they would go about making a decision of allocating funds to 2 proposals that's submitted for a grant.
The transaction failed for some reason. I'm just going to try that again. Okay. Okay. I think I know what the issue is. Just give me a moment. Sorry about this. MetaMask has like stale account nonce unless I refresh it. So. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm just going to do it again. Okay, yeah, so this is the, yeah, and now the discussion. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to prove that I am a relevant stakeholder using Bloom as the identity provider. So I'm going to scan this QR code, which
Yeah, I'll explain what he does. He's just verifying that he's a relevant stakeholder in this discussion using Bloom ID verification. So it's actually matching his email domain with the one registered with the discussion. And if he's accepted, he'll actually receive governance tokens, and he'll be able to spend them to actually post a comment, engage in signaling within the discussion itself. In this case, allocation of 2 different resources, right? So then he'll be able to submit a comment, and this will actually average out the responses from every participant. So the core team actually has a better idea of what the relevant stakeholders actually feel about that decision. All right, thank you. Sorry about the technical difficulties.
yeah, okay. Yeah, thank you.
Sorry, we have to cut you off like that. All right, thanks, Kora. Next is Splitter Converter, and if Cryptopay can get ready, nice. Glad we found you guys. Welcome to the stage. Splitter Converter. Let's give some claps for that.
Greetings, fellow humans. Just gonna adjust the resolution here. Okay. So my name is Chris Casano. I'm the CTO of Deco.network, and we are building the on-chain infrastructure to help DAOs find work and get paid through milestone-based contract development work. So what I built for this hackathon is called Splitter Converter, and in short, it lets you deploy a contract that can split and convert any incoming Ethereum or DAI according to the percentages specified right here. So the example use case that we're going to go with is that somebody wants me to build the next FOMO 3D dApp, and I say, I'll build it, but I want 10% of all the profit forever, and I want it in DAI because I'm very risk averse. So we can deploy this contract, and in this example, the person who's funding this project is the first address. They get 90% of any incoming funds, and I get 10% as DAI down here. And once it deploys, we can send some ETH and DAI to it and demo the rest of it. So I think that this has a few different really interesting use cases. The first is sort of like a royalties scenario where as a software engineer, instead of working hourly or per project, you can capture long-term value and passive income from the projects that you work on and get a share of the profit forever. I think it's also really useful for ad hoc teams. So if you want to work with someone and you want to split the money that comes into the project a certain way, and you want to do it trustlessly, you can use this. And another great use case is even just for yourself. You could put the same receiving addresses in here, and maybe you want some of your incoming Ethereum to be converted to DAI because, again, you're risk averse and you need to pay bills. So this would let you do that. And this uses the Kyber network to do the actual conversion. what I'm doing right now is I'm sending some ETH and some DAI to the contract that was just deployed. Give it a minute to confirm. And this is running on Ropsten, and it's available at deco.network/splitter right now. So you can feel free to give it a test if you want. Go ahead and pull up the Etherscan pages for both of these addresses so that you can see that they're empty. So they're both empty, no transactions. Looks like the ETH transaction was confirmed. Oh, and now the DAI is confirmed too. Cool. So I'm going to come back here. I'm going to click withdraw, and it's going to split and convert simultaneously and send it all out where it needs to go. This is the pending transaction. And here's just some math to demonstrate a little bit of how it works. So we sent in 1 ETH and we sent in 10 DAI. Account 1 wanted to get 90% in ETH, and account 2 wanted to get 10% in DAI. So account 1 should get 0.9 ETH, and account 2 should get 1 DAI. And then the ETH, or the DAI is converted to ETH for account 1, which is accounted for here, and the ETH is converted to DAI for account 2. And that's that's basically how it works. Here's the contract. You can see the ending addresses were 81 and 27. So 81 gets 153.9. 27 gets the 59 plus the 1 DAI. So that's it. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, Splitter Converter. Up next, Cryptopay, come on up. And in the on deck circle, Augur Pro, come on and get ready. Second time's the charm.
Hi, this is Satish here, and I have my team Soumya and Samyak. We all came from India to participate in ETHSF. So what we did as part of this hack is build a simple dApp. We named it as Cryptopay. What we wanted to do is there is so much of community working all over the world. We wanted to create a payment link, payment gateway kind of an interface where anybody could use it, create a link, share it with anybody all over the world, and they can accept payments in crypto. Now, what we did is we integrated this with Kyber and MakerDAO. And then Kyber, we are using anytime, any token, anywhere feature where we can actually swap on-chain any token. So the user can pay in any coin, and we will automatically swap it to DAI. So we have taken DAI as a stable coin here because we want the person who creates the link wanted to make sure that if he wants to make sure a stable coin we pledged against USD. That's how we built it. So here is the dashboard. So what you can see here is the main stats, like how many active links are happening, how many transactions are going on right now, and then the DAI received so far. And then here on the top, you can see that there is a accept payment link. You can just, when you click on it, you can get a small pop-up window where you can give the description, name, and then you can give the DAI, and then you can just create a accept payments here. And then you can see that list coming up in the bottom in the table here. So if you can copy the link and then just share it. So this will just show up like this, like a small pop-up where they can integrate it with their websites, or they can just share it with anybody. And they can use the change token, and then they can actually select any of the tokens that are available on the Kyber network, and then just save it. Like I can just select the OMG, and then automatically it will be converted to OMG, and then I can just say pay now. It actually will pay immediately, and then it will just submit the transaction on the blockchain. So I'll have Soumya explain a little bit more about the smart contract and how we have integrated with MakerDAO and Kyber.
So on technical background, our Cryptopay smart contract, whenever a buyer comes to our dApp and make a transaction, for example, for 1.6 OMG, our smart contract talks to Kyber network protocol that we have this much of OMG. We want $20 worth DAI, which is the example we are showing. Kyber network then will eventually send us DAI, which will be released to the seller. So the seller don't want any fluctuating currency as a receiving payment. If they are providing $20 worth service, they want $20, not any currency which will fluctuate. But the user who are buying the services may have lots of tokens, 20 tokens, many tokens, so they can just pay with any token, and with on-chain liquidity of Kyber network, we are converting that token into DAI, and the seller is getting into DAI. Similarly.
So the other use case that we have is we wanted to make sure we use the seller should be able to take a small CDP for the transactions that are happening from this. So they can just go and use the pay by loan option. And the pay by loan option, what automatically does is it actually creates a on-the-fly CDP on MakerDAO platform, takes the DAI that is required to be paid to the seller, and it actually does everything in one transaction. So if you know the MakerDAO, creating a CDP itself is a 12 transactions. So we actually participated in our last hack in India. And this was one of the idea that we had, like we wanted to minimize the transaction and gas cost. So we were able to do it here. So I can just do a pay by loan, and this will automatically create a CDP. If the CDP already exists on the MakerDAO with this address, it will just keep adding more Ether and draw the DAI from that CDP. The other important thing that we wanted to do was like, what is the incentive for anybody to use this kind of platform? Because when you're anyway doing a stable coin, then it is as good as fiat. So what we did is we actually created an option for settings where the seller can decide what is the percentage of split he wants the payments into the what kind of crypto here. So we have taken ETH and DAI here as an example, 30%, 70%. So we are going to, on the fly, split the transaction, stores 30% of it in Ether and 70% goes into the DAI. So he can change these transactions. He can decide to do these changes on the fly. So we are going to decide, like we have still not completed this part. We wanted to do whether we should do a batch kind of a job to bulk transactions, or we should do a transaction by transaction. We are just really thinking, and we need to work more on this. So I think that's all. These are the main use cases that we are trying to cover here. And Samyak has some point that you want to make about the MakerDAO and loan.
Yeah, the loan thing. First we used loan for big payments like house, like car loans and others. Now my favorite feature about this is my favorite feature. Like just create loan, and you can do the small loan payments with help of MakerDAO protocol. So,
thank you.
Thanks, guys. All right, we're going to have Augur Pro back up. Thank you guys for coming back up here. We're going to test this out. And also, all of the sponsors giving prizes, can you guys go get set up over here? We're going to be bringing you guys up soon.
Promising. Very good. All right.
Ah. Woohoo! Fantastic.
Okay, hey everyone. We are Augur Pro. We had some technical difficulties before. I don't know if you guys know what Augur is. Most of you probably do, but it's a decentralized prediction market built on top of Ethereum. And anyone can make a market on Augur. So someone could have made a market about whether our presentation would work this time. We had the idea, we love the technology behind Augur because because of the decentralized Oracle and how it all works. But we wanted to build a really mobile-friendly user interface to Augur. And we also wanted to expand the market a little bit more to show how you could use Augur markets to, as in a trading style interface, but also in a betting style interface. So this is our mobile app for iOS. And as you can see, we are connected to a hosted Augur node, which we deployed on Heroku. And these are live mainnet markets on Augur. And you can see a list right here of the featured markets that we pulled in. So Max can go ahead and click on any of those. You can kind of see, we give you more market info, and we give you the amount of ETH at stake. We also convert that into US dollars, how much at stake given the current price of the current trading pair of Ethereum and the US dollar. And we also tell you when the market will end. We provide American-style betting odds for each market. And then we also provide a time series pricing chart, which really gives you the implied odds for the yes event. So the likelihood between 0 and 100% that the current market thinks that outcome will be yes. So it's really cool to be able to see the history there. And then Max, you can go to the categories view. We also pull in some of the top categories of markets on Augur. And all of these are pulling live data from Augur as soon as you click into the market. So the category, you can click on something like politics. And now we see there's, at the top there's even a finalized market, whether Kavanaugh would be confirmed. And you can see that the chart has already gone to 100% basically, even though the market ends in January because people have bid up the yes side all the way. And if you go back, you can check the Trump to be reelected market. So it's pretty stable. And that's about it. We're going to have a real test flight. We're going to post the link to that in the Augur Discord. Thanks.
All right, nice.
Yeah, so that concludes the finalists. I think we got to give all of these folks a big round of applause. Thank you guys for coming up and presenting. So glad that worked. Okay, so as you know, there were some projects, there's some sponsor prizes that are actually coming. So we're going to be bringing up the sponsors. You guys have a couple seconds, I think, to talk about the prize. So to start off, Maker.
I don't think we have to. Thank you, everyone. We had over 15 projects work with us, and I'm really glad that Cryptopay got to demo because we're choosing them as our grand prize winners. They actually come out from Bangalore, India for the event, and we're going to give them 2,500 DAI. No one worked on the CDP visualization. Actually, one, thank you, Leland, but one person did, but didn't finish. But we're instead donating or gifting that 2,000 DAI between Lending Party, Robinbot, and StablePay because you also had excellent projects. Also, Maker is hosting an after party at 5. It's a mile away at the lot. And thank you, hackers.
Thanks.
New Cypher.
Next up, New Cypher.
That's fine.
So we had six projects hacking with New Cypher, and we wanted to award the prize of $2,500 to the project called in a second. I think it was called Keep Your. Well, should check it. It was a very long phrase. Keep your privacy with you. Yeah, and they created an application for which shares medical data. But the interesting part is that they ported the proxy re-encryption, which we did, to iPhone, and it's fully working on iPhone. So and it's actually very useful for us, even though we didn't ask that originally. We didn't hope anyone will do it, but apparently they did. So so yeah.
Thank you so much. Cool. Next up, Seller.
Hi, I'm Mo from Seller, and this is our first ever time releasing our SDK, and it's so excited to see a lot of the team building on our SDK. And we're giving out 3 prizes. The first, C Innovator Prize, which is the most innovative idea using Seller, goes to Slick, which is a $2,500 in ETH, and they are building a off-chain, gas smooth option, market basically. And the C Builder prize, which is 500 in ETH, goes to Air Prediction. They're building a prediction market using our conditional off-chain transactions. And the third prize goes to the third prize, which is a CUX. It's for user experiences in off-chain scalability platforms. Goes to Seller template for composite smart contract IDE. They build a IDE with a component that you can easily compose and build like a Seller-based contract templates. So that's all. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
And next up, Chainlink.
Hi, everyone. I'm from Chainlink. We're a decentralized Oracle network that provides data, access to APIs, and off-chain payments to your contracts. We had a grand prize winner in the form of micro subscription, giving them $4,000 worth of link. What they did was they had a contract watch a cloud service via Chainlink. So if the cloud service didn't deliver uptime, and it fell down, the cloud service no longer was paid. And when the cloud service provided the uptime it promised, it was paid according to the performance of its guarantees, which the contract learned about using a Chainlink. In second place, we had LinkSet for $2,000 worth of link, which used a price feed to dynamically rebalance a basket of crypto tokens and trade them automatically based on price changes. And then in third place, we had B3PO for $1,000 worth of link, where they basically had a voting scheme where they pulled in data about candidates in each state. They populated a contract with that data about candidates, and then they allowed that contract to send out votes in the form of absentee ballots that a robot actually signed or executed on paper. And that's how you need to execute an absentee ballot. So they got a bunch of data about candidates, and then they had a robot send in absentee ballots in physical form. And so they were in third place for $1,000 in link. Thank you.
Cool. Next up, Kyber Network.
Test. Hi, everyone. My name is Desmond from Kyber. So we had a total of 9 projects that were working with us, building on top of our protocol. It wasn't easy to decide who was the actual winner, but we eventually decided on Fef. They built a Telegram bot that allows that creates an Ethereum wallet for you, so you can easily send and convert your tokens. They win a total of 3,000 USD in KNC tokens. If you don't like KNC, you can always swap it on our website, right? So we also have honorable mentions we want to announce. We have a total of 4 other projects: Cryptopay, Robinbot, Splitter Converter, and the Arbitrage. You guys also win something. We'll contact you shortly. I need to discuss this with my CEO. Yeah. So thank you guys.
Yeah.
Next up, The Graph.
So many creative and useful projects this weekend. I'm Yaniv. The Graph is a query protocol. If you want to query your smart contracts using GraphQL, you can use The Graph. So we're giving 2 prizes today, totaling $5,000. In second place for $1,500 is Margin Troll. They built a subgraph for indexing data from the DYDX protocol. And for first place, for $3,500, a team that did an amazing presentation earlier is Harburger Ads. So they use ideas from Radical Markets to create a system for taxing and purchasing ad space. So thank you to all the amazing teams that built on the graph this weekend. We're hosting a happy hour tonight, just 5 minutes from here at Sessions from 8 to 10 p.m. So thanks, hope to see you there and see you at the next hackathon.
Nice. Next up, Blockboard. Welcome.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Alex Bajanov, and I'm co-founder of Blockboard. And first of all, I want to thank all the teams that was helping us to build the infrastructure and ecosystem for decentralized lending. And we have an API prize for best project with the greatest use case of our Dharma Relayer API or Loan Scan Analytics API. And I want to give this prize to the team of one person, of Mark Brasso. And the project is Lone Star. And Mark built the nice native iOS application for Dharma protocol. And he was using our API for liquidity. So thanks, Mark. Yeah.
And next up, Set.
Test, test. Hey, everybody. I'm Felix from Set Protocol. We're working on a bundling protocol so we can create stuff like tokenized ETFs or index funds. And we launched our developer platform just a few weeks ago, and we're really blown away by kind of all the developer activity that happened this weekend. And we have a $3,000 prize split across 3 places for this weekend. Third place goes to CAO or Chow, which built a charity platform to donate, to causes and bundles of assets such as disaster kits and clothing basics. Second place is Premotive, which built a way to invest in global indices in Ethereum without ETH volatility exposure, using Set to bundle, DYDX, short Ether, and like Augur share. And first place is Linkset, which built a fully trustless rebalancing set. Using kind of an Oracle solution, which was Chainlink. That was very cool. If you're one of the winning teams, just come and get in touch with us, or we'll get in touch with you. And of course, if you're interested in what we're doing, we're hiring.
Thanks a lot. Next up, Bloom.
Hello, everybody. We had 4 prizes totaling $11,000. It was really hard to pick. We had over 15 entries, and I think they're truly innovative. So our first prize, you may have seen Balaji's tweet about a proven Merkle digital document signatures. Think of it as decentralized DocuSign. That goes to BlockUSign using Bloom ID to verify those digital signatures. Our second prize, which is one of the top 10 finalists here, employee expense reimbursements take weeks or months. Sendput lets users get a fast loan using Bloom ID for financial data. They receive a $2,500 prize, and I think that's much needed in the world. Our third prize, which I think is truly, truly innovative, one of the holy grails of crypto, is getting a fiat loan without a central counterparty. Lending Party makes this possible with Bloom ID. They receive a $2,500 prize. And then our last prize, one of the biggest problems in journalism of the day is fake news. I think this one is absolutely just super innovative. They have a way to do cited an anonymous source, but actually prove who that person is without releasing that private information. Truly innovative. CryptoSource uses Bloom ID to make those anonymous citations verified. They receive a $3,500 prize. Thank you to everyone who submitted for Bloom API.
And next up is QuantStamp.
Hey everyone, I'm Jared. I work with QuantStamp. We are currently betanet on mainnet, protocol to do automated smart contract audits. Check us out, betanet.quantstamp.com, and apply to run to be a node. The winner for the Bounty on Ours wins $2,000 for best improves the audit report. And we thought that QuantStamp badge is a really simple, really clean way to display GitHub badges on Solidity QuantStamp audits online. So it's really great. We're really happy. So thank you so much. Have a great day.
Next up, Connext. I think I'm saying that right.
Hey everyone, I'm Rahul from Connext, and we're building a micropayment network based on state channels. So first of all, I just want to thank all the developers and awesome teams that we got to talk to all throughout the weekend. We got a lot of great feedback on our own developer tools and APIs, which we're definitely going to iterate on. But without further ado, our prize for best use of our APIs for their use case was Canopy. So they're building a currency agnostic data payment protocol for data and service marketplaces. And our other prize for the most innovative project using Connext is KNXT, Connext. So they built a decentralized version of our state channel hub using OrbitDB and IPFS. So $1,500 each. So thank you guys very much.
Next up, Dharma.
Hello, everybody. Hi, my name is Nadav. I am from Dharma. Dharma is a protocol that enables borrowing and lending of crypto assets anywhere in the world. So we had two prizes that we were sponsoring. One was our kind of first place prize for the most innovative project built on top of Dharma. And then we had a runner-up prize as well. We had a whopping 11 submissions that we had to sift through. And I just want to say this was a really hard decision for us to make. So kudos to everybody who built on top of Dharma this weekend. The runner-up prize goes to Sendput. So Sendput was up here earlier. They were building a platform that allowed employees to receive reimbursements from their employers instantly via Dharma loan, as opposed to having to wait, 2-3 weeks for the actual reimbursement to get processed. So kudos to them. And then our first place prize for $2,500 goes to Lone Star, which was a gorgeous iOS native app that was basically like an iOS interface for borrowing and lending via Dharma. And we were just absolutely blown away by the quality of the submission. So great job, everybody. Thank you so much.
Are you gonna? Oh, Loopring. Hey, welcome, Loopring.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much. This was our first ETH Global event. We had a great time. So we had $7,000 across 2 project requests. The first was just build a DEX on top of Loopring. I should say we're an open DEX protocol. Build a DEX or peer-to-peer trading protocol. We are giving that to Looper Advanced DEX Trading Tools, who built some advanced DEX trading tools such as stop orders on the client side and did deep linking with our iOS wallet. In second place for that, we're giving to SVOTC, who built a permissioned liquidity pool using Civic as a front end to access our DEX. So we'll give $500 in LRC to SVOTC and $3,000 to Looper Advanced DEX Trading Tools. Our second task was to build a smart contract for our version 2 protocol, which allows fees to be paid in any token, kind of economic abstraction at the user level, which we have to convert into LRC to burn at the end of the day. So Cryptopay, who you saw up here before, used Kyber Network to convert our non-LRC tokens. They did that in their spare time, super impressive. And so $17.50 to them. And also Mariano from Easy Trade used Loopring itself to convert the non-LRC tokens. So $17.50 to him as well. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Next up, Coinbase Wallet.
Hi, everybody. My name is Pete from Coinbase. We're going to help get your projects to actual users. For those of you thinking about taking your hacks to actual users to market, find us on our Discord. You can find our Discord link in the developer section of our website, wallet.coinbase.com. Our prize is 1,000 ETH. No, I mean $1,000 worth of ETH. I'm sorry. Yeah, for best mobile optimized application, and it goes to Satoshi. Congratulations, Michael, Namil, Paul, and Graham. Thank you.
So next up, it's POA Network.
Hi, I'm Jeff with POA Network. We're a sidechain of Ethereum. If you're developing on Ethereum, check us out. We're faster and cheaper, and who doesn't like that? We had such a hard time picking only 3 winners. There were so many out there. I think everyone in here deserves a round of applause for developing this whole this weekend. So thank you so much. Yes, yeah, exactly, right? So we've got three winners. In third place, we had fungible, non-fungible tokens. They tokenized non-fungible objects. In second place, we had 50-50 raffle, a novel use of blockchain to have a raffle. And in first place, we were really impressed with Blockwork, and the work that they were able to put through on our network. Thank you again, everyone.
And 0x Protocol.
Hey everyone, I'm Tom. I work at 0x. We're a decentralized exchange protocol. I think we originally went to the hackathon with one $2,500 or 2,500 0x prize, but we were really blown away by the number of submissions and quality of submissions. I think people are really being creative when it comes to inventing new tokenized assets and trading those assets in new novel ways. So we're actually giving out two 2,500 0x prizes. The first goes to Primotif. They give access to global markets like the S&P 500 by bundling together Augur and DYDX assets and then trading them on top of 0x. Really, really cool, really professionally done, nice work. The next is fungible, non-fungible tokens. They have created a way to basically decompose ownership of an NFT into multiple fungible assets and then use those assets to vote on how much the NFT should be bought or sold for, when to sell it, et cetera, using 0x underneath. So congrats to both those teams. You can see us back at our booth and we can meet up. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks to all the sponsors, prizes.
Yeah, big thanks to all our sponsors. They make this event possible. So now I'm going to read the gold sponsors: Maker, New Cipher, RCN, Seller, ZK Capital, Liquidity Network.
Next up is the silver sponsors: Chainlink, Consensus, Harbor, Blockboard, Brave, ADX, Kyber Network, The Graph, Connext, Set, Scale, Labs, Blockchain Capital, Shift, Augur, QuantStamp, 0x, Clearmatics, and Dharma.
And our bronze sponsors: Compound, Coinbase Wallet, Bloom, Initialize Capital, Golem, iCash, DYDX, Circle, Crypto Baseball, ECF, the Ethereum Community Fund, Veil, Gitcoin, FBG Capital, TrueUSD by Trust Token, XYO Network, Token Data, Wire, POA Network, Nervos, Spark Labs, Amise Go, Loopring, Keep, EveryDApp, Native, the Bounties Network, and Zilliqa. Thanks to all our sponsors that make this event possible. Let's give them a big round of applause.
Thanks to all the sponsors. So we're getting close to the end here, but we want to invite the co-founders of ETH Global, Kartik and Liam, who've done an amazing job, to the stage. Can we please give them a giant applause? Let's do that. Thanks, guys. See you later.
We'll probably just use this one. Hey, everybody. I am super tired, so I wrote things down, and I'm just going to read them verbatim in case I don't miss anything. So it's so great to see everybody here. I am super happy that a lot of you are not sleeping entirely. And after 48 hours, we're coming to an end, and I know that we're maybe 5-10 minutes away, so I'll try to make everything quick. Fingers crossed. And I just want to thank all of you for just kind of being at this event. And we're super thrilled that this weekend kind of went through successfully and everybody had a great time. We were talking to all of our sponsors and attendees and getting feedback. And so we're super happy to see all these amazing connections and projects and just in general experiences being shared this weekend. So today, 10 teams presented on stage. And thanks to all of our amazing judges who did all the hard work for finding out and figuring out who those 10 should be out of the 120, we kind of got to see a lot of those demos on stage live. And if you've never been to an ETH Global event, what kind of sets us unique is that this is not set up to be a competition. We don't have a notion of first, second, third places, or actually, we don't even announce our official prizes other than the sponsors ones beforehand. We want this to be about kind of learning and experimentation and just being able to come down and play with the ideas and kind of see what is possible and use that as a starting point to work and iterate and just make something and just ship. So we've never had specific ranks. And kind of with all that said, the top 10 teams that came up on stage are the official winners of this event. Each of the members on those teams will get 2 ETH as their prize. And I just want them to just want to give a big round of applause for all of our 10 teams. We'll be reaching out to you over email and coordinating all of the delivery. We're going to go on the next slide for a second, or we'll just switch on the slides. I'm going to pass this to Liam.
All right.
Ruined the surprise.
Oh, no. All right. All right. Awesome. Great. So I don't know if you guys have ever run events before or have done anything like this, but it is exceedingly hard work. Like, it is shockingly hard how much ridiculous logistics goes into like all of this AV, that like random lamp over there, getting all the sponsors, inviting all of you. Like, it's like months of effort. And so I really want to make sure that we get a chance to kind of take a step back and think about all the people that have put in all of this time to make this situation that we're in a reality. I mean, it's honestly really meaningful to me. We've done so much by taking this event and bringing it to the Ethereum ecosystem, and then there's kind of two main things that we've really like been able to help in pushing it forward. The fact that we kind of come together these events every like 3-4 months with Denver and Buenos Aires and Waterloo and India and all of these, we're iterating as a community on this technology faster than like anything I've ever seen. We're constantly finding problems, solving them, working together, and honestly, I think that's like just an immense success. So we should all be very proud of that. And so what I want to do is just bring attention to the people that have like deeply believed in the vision that we're working towards and have made this a reality. So the first kind of group of people is the core organizing team. There's some very specific people that literally for the past several weeks have just like lost sleep trying to make all of this happen. So they are Andrew Dunscombe, who's our lead operations manager at ETH Global, Heather Davidson from L4, Josh Stark, and please join me in thanking these folks: Jacob Wilhelmsma, Ken Frum, Eduardo Radolta, Satya Perry, Paul Martin, Helena Flack, Nikhil Gupta, Ethan Wilding, Shakti Gope in Nashville. These folks have like done so much to make this happen. So please honestly join me in thanking them like as loud as you can. The other folks I really want to thank is, you've probably seen them wandering around with the Buffercorn t-shirts. The ETH Denver team actually flew out here specifically to help make this event a success. So specifically John Pollard, Justin Moskowitz, and Dan Shields. I think they're over there. Please join me in thanking them. There's also about 75 volunteers from not only just San Francisco, but from around the world that have flown in specifically. They just wanted to come here, be a part of the vibe, and help out and make sure that everyone was having a good time. That you've seen them with white shirts. I see a bunch of you right now. Can you please join me in thanking the volunteers who spent all this time on the weekend too? And finally, you've had the pleasure of watching them and being a part of them this with us. Evan and Anna from the opening ceremonies and closing ceremonies, please join me in thanking them. They've done an awesome job as well.
So I am about 5 minutes from concluding, and I'd like to go back to the slides actually. So it says one more thing, but there's actually a couple more things, and I just had to submit my slides early, so I couldn't change it. But today is the 7th of October. 11 months and 3 weeks ago, we hosted our first ever event, ETH Waterloo. And back then, it was the first ever Ethereum hackathon. It was also one of the largest hackathons. It was actually also the largest hackathon in the world. We had about 500 people attend in Canada, and that sparked what now is ETH Global. We've seen so many amazing things come out of this, anywhere from amazing companies to developers to new developers getting into this ecosystem. And as of this weekend, we have crossed over 4,000 attendees from 40+ countries in the past 1 year at ETH Global events. And this is just absolutely amazing. We never thought we'd get there, especially this fast. And just to keep this momentum going, this wouldn't be an ETH Global event without announcing the next one. So without further ado, I'd like to announce our next event, which is also our official last event for this year, ETH Singapore, happening on December 7th in Singapore. With ETH Singapore in about 2 months, we would have done 6 events successfully this year. And not only that, this cycle just keeps on repeating. We're already starting to plan what 2019 is going to look like. That was good. Just good sound effects. we've already started to plan what 2019 looks like. By the way, you can apply for ETH Singapore right now. Applications have officially opened as of this morning. And not only that, we're also super excited to announce our first official event for 2019. It's ETH Denver, happening on February 15th. And it's already set to be the biggest event we're ever going to have. It's going to be twice the size of ETH San Francisco. So we're looking forward to these two events. And lastly, on logistics, we got one quick thing. Actually, you can check out ethsingapore.co and ethdenver.com to find out more about the details, as well as any other information you'd like to know about the event. And lastly, a quick logistical detail. We're about to wrap up ETH San Francisco. And after this event, starting 5 o'clock, we're hosting a happy hour with Maker at the Lot SF on 2101 Lombard Street. So we'll be making our way there from 5 o'clock, and it'll go on till 8 o'clock. And we hope to kind of see you there after kind of in a couple hours. Hope you get some rest and get to pack up. And before we leave, we have this one last thing we want to do. We hope that this works, because live demos or live attempts are always sort of dodgy. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, so the one last thing, just as a means of like thanking everyone here and kind of getting a collective memory of what that looks like, we actually have a photographer, if you just all kind of stand up and turn around, just up there on top of the mezzanine, who we're going to try and get us a photo of all of us kind of just like getting a chance at the wrap up. Thank everyone around us for what a great weekend this was. So giving him a chance to kind of like set up and a bit, making sure we're all visible. Let's please like give him an opportunity to set up a shot, and let's get a final shot here.
Everybody stand up and raise your hands. Come here. Say ETH. Awesome. Thank you so much for coming to San Francisco. We hope to see you at the next event.